So we will be discussing the fundamental and technical. Okay? Pagdating sa fundamental and news, we discuss what the stock is all about, mga recent news na napansin natin over the week, and especially kung may naglalabas na sila ng mga financial report nila, especially now with Q2. Okay? After the fundamentals, we go to technical. Okay? With technical, we look at the trend and pattern. Okay? Followed by guidance. When we say guidance, we are looking at if you are a holder or entry or naghanap ng entry. So holder, kung may hawak ka ng stock, anong pwede mong gawin? Kapag ka-entry naman is kung halimbawa nag-aabang ka pa lang. Okay? So ganun yung ginagawa natin. Ito yung pinaka-general format of our analysis, stock analysis. Okay? And then, just to give you also a heads up on how I do technical. So, ginagawa ko siya, I look at the pattern first, the trend or the pattern. And then from the trend and pattern, doon ko lalagyan ng analysis kung either pwede ba siya ripe for picking or baka hindi siya ganun kaganda. Okay? So, mapapansin niyo sa mga ginagawa ko, sa mga analysis ko, more on lines lang yan. Support and resistance. Very, very basic. Okay? Support and resistance. I rarely, very, very rare that I do technical indicators like MACD and RSI. I do use them from time to time, but not always. Kasi I always believe na the simple it is, the easier it is to follow, the better. Okay? So, ganun lang yung mantra ko pagdating dito sa charting. Okay? Now, having said that, let's go ahead. Power up na rin yung Twitter natin dahil dito ako madalas kumukuha ng ibang mga news. Okay. So, first up, BDO. I know BDO had nag-release na sila ng ano nila, 'di ba? Ng Q2 report. So, ayan, BDO post 4.3 billion in first half net income. Yes, mataas talaga yung upfront provision. This is especially true for all the banks. So not only BDO but even BPI, MBT, SECB. It's just that si BDO kasi malaki ang exposure niya pagdating sa retail loans. Kaya medyo mabigat sa kanya. May nilalagay ba si ano? Alam ko, ayun. Okay. Good naman. Meron naman pala, no? So, eto. What? Ang laki nga. Minus 143%. Wow. Okay. Meron ba mga notable dito? Okay. Sabi ni Cole, first half earnings down by 17% due to COVID-19, high provisions, although it's in line with estimates. Okay. Now, here's the thing, guys. We know na based on the reports mababa ang revenues ni BDO or ng any stock. Okay. But then ang question dito, the big question is how come hindi ganun kalaki ang pagbaba ni BDO? When I say hindi ganun kalaki, imagine kailan lang to nilabas yung ano nila, July 28, 29? O 28 lang pala, di ba? 28 was noong, anong araw ba yung 28? Wednesday? Tuesday. Okay. Noong 28. So, ayun dito siya nilabas. Pero, kinabukasan, up siya ulit. And then, nag-close nga lang siya for the week ng down ulit. Okay. Now, this is, for me, this is good news. This is good news for BDO and for PSE as a whole. Kasi it could be an indicator. We are just seeing BDO right now. Kung ganito rin yung ibang mga blue chip stocks, then for me, that's a good news. Why? Ibig sabihin nito, investors, especially yung mga big players, priced in na nila ang expectation na mababa ang Q2 earnings ng mga stock. Okay? So if that's the case, if priced in na pala, then that means we have already seen the bottom. Okay? So yun yung yun yung sa akin, yun yung impression sa akin nung ganitong news, no? Priced in na siya. So potentially yung nangyari dito sa stock ni BDO, parang na lang yan. Effect na lang, konting effect na lang. Syempre kasi still down pa rin yun eh. So there is that effect. Okay? Having said that, if we move to the technical, makikita natin dito yung price range na around 85 to 114. Okay? This is the same range that we had last week na napag-usapan din natin si BDO. Okay? As we can see here, it came from downtrend and now it's doing a consolidation. And during that consolidation, malapit na siya sa 85 pesos. Okay? Ang importante dito, yung support line na 85 pesos must hold. Okay? It must hold. Otherwise, we free fall si BDO, and that is not something na maganda for BDO. Dahil, let me check kung saan tayo aabot nito. Okay. 68 pesos. Kung sakaling bumagsak pa si BDO, and sabihin ng market, ay actually, hindi pa pala siya priced in. Wala lang, trip lang niya. Ayan. So, we are looking at around 68. Siguro around 70 pesos kung sakasakali. So, very important na mag-hold yung 85 pesos ni BDO. Okay? Now, since nasa consolidation phase siya, again, dalawa ang pwede nating option dito. It's either we trade the range. When we say trade the range, ito, no? So, pababa, pag bounce niya, naangat, bababa, mauntog, bababa na naman. Okay? So, if you are a holder unahin mo natin yung nag-aabang. If nag-aabang ka kay BDO, then watch out for what will happen sa 85 pesos. Okay? Ang kailangan mong abangan dito is the bounce. Okay? The bounce from 85 pesos. Yun yung importante. When that happens, then that means there's a good chance na rebound na siya. And aangat naman ulit. Okay? Now, that is for the first option. Second option is for you to wait on the breakout. Yun nga lang kasi masyadong mataas yung breakout point eh. Diba? If we will compare it sa price niya na nag-close kahapon, it's around 30%. And for a blue chip stock like BDO, that will take weeks. So, prone yan sa mga maiinipin. Baka pabayaan lang. So, if you would ask me, the best bet for now is to trade the range. Okay? Now, having said that, kung halimbawa, kung nag-aabang ka, just wait for 85 pesos. Kung halimbawa nga aabot pa siya doon. Kung may hawak ka naman na stock ng BDO, then 85 pesos will be your cut loss point. Okay, cut loss point is 85 pesos. And then, once na mag-bounce yan, then, kung may extra ka, you can add up, average up. So, okay lang sa kanya. Okay? So, that's my take on BDO. Again, it's on the consolidation phase. So, magandang laruan to for buy on support. Next, AGI. So, AGI, Oh, okay. Very interesting. Very interesting. Si AGI kasi is nasa consolidation phase din. Okay? Since nasa consolidation phase, kung mapapansin natin dito, na-meet na niya yung previous niyang support, which is nasa around 570. 570. So, on Monday, watch out for AGI. Alam ko, inad ko to eh. Ayan, oo nga. Inad ko si AGI kasi sabi ko mukhang, inad ko siya nung Saturday, if inabutan ninyo. Kasi sabi ko medyo interesting na to dahil malapit na siya sa support. Okay? So, ang ideal natin na candle kay AGI is ganito. Yan. If ganito, then this is a good sign na pwede na siyang mag-rebound. Okay? So, bounce play, swing play. Ingat lang na maging ganyan siya. Mahulog siya. Pag ito nangyari on Monday, then potentially sa mga ganito, historically, it tells us na prone ito sa free fall. Okay? Kung halimbawa meron kayong hawak na AGI, yung 570 is your support, your cut loss. So watch out on Monday. Okay? Kung napansin natin, no, 'di ba, medyo maganda rin naman yung volume niya nung Thursday. Tingnan ko lang ha. Oh. Marami pa nagbebenta nung 570. Medyo delix to guys. Kung may hawak kayong AGI, medyo delikado 'yan. On Monday, kapag ganito yung nakikita natin na chart, that means na potentially it will open lower. And if it opens lower, then that means pwedeng mabasag itong 570 na support. Pero, again, as much as possible, we don't trade intraday. We trade day closing. Okay? So, pwedeng mag-open siya lower, pero baka naman mahatak naman siya pataas. And mag-close pa rin above 570. And that is still, kumbaga, there's another day to live para sa stock. Okay? Fundamentals. Oh, wow. Okay. So, AGI is up by 14% in Q2. Ay, hindi. Hindi. Sorry. This is 2019 earnings pala. Hindi Q2. Kala ko Q2. Okay. So, mukhang hindi pa naglalabas. Hindi pa naglalabas ng Q2 pala ang AGI. Okay. Sige. Ayan. So, yan yung take ko kay AGI next, HLCM. Etong si HLCM ayan na. Okay. Mukhang nag-bounce siya doon sa Tingnan ko lang tong si HLCM kung merong HLCM. Meron ba? Wala. May Q2 earnings niya. It's minus 112% for Q2. Ang sakit yan. Although, again, pagdating naman kay HLCM, this is, we have already expected na ganito mangyayari dahil part siya kasi ng infrastructure eh. Diba? Infrastructure ay yung mga nasa construction. So, you have yung HLCM there, you have MWIDE, you have EEI. May alam pa ba kayo na nasa construction or pangalan nito? Construction or infrastructure na sector? So, ayun. Sila ang mga delikado ngayon. Teka. Tignan ko lang yung nasa comment section natin. David, hi sir. Good evening. Hi David, good evening. Video, ayun, nagawa natin yung video. Sabi ni Vicente, why ACEPH price suddenly spike last Thursday? Okay. Sige. Tingnan natin si ACEPH mamaya. ACEPH. Sige. Vicente, try natin yun mamaya. Sabi ni John, good evening. Green, ACEPH, saka Tech. Tech meron na, green wala pa. So, I'll try to enter green. BHI and AXLM, sabi ni Alvin. Yep. Okay, so may nag-uusap. Sige, okay lang yan. Sabi ni George, yes, pwede trade sa lower time frame. Triple bottom. George, sorry baka na ano ko na siya. Are you referring to BDO or AGI na triple bottom? Tingnan ko nga. BDO. Okay. Potentially triple bottom. So that means even si AGI or double bottom, no, triple bottom na rin pala to. Potentially. Potentially. Yeah. Mukhang ganun yung ang nangyayari sa mga blue chips, no? And ang triple bottom is medyo delix yun. Although, sa triple bottom, usually, dito nagkakaroon ng malakas na pullback. Okay? Minsan double bottom lang meron na, pero kung nag-triple bottom pa yan, malakas na pullback kung halimbawa magre-rebound siya. Pero kung hindi, then wala. Tutuloy-tuloy yan. Okay, so Holcim, mukhang wala namang specific kay Holcim. Walang pangalan nito, wala namang significant news sa kanya. Unless meron guys, you can, free to comment. Baka kasi may mga nakuha kayo or may mga nalalaman kayo. You can share to the group. Walang problema 'yon, mas okay nga. Okay? Now, going back kay Holcim. Okay, since wala tayong magandang news sa kanya, then we just follow itong Q2 earnings niya, which is down by 112%. Okay? Pero despite that, nakikita natin na nagbabounce si Holcim. So, that is good to see. No? Mukhang itong nilagay natin na support at 448 or 448 or I think this is 405 na. It holds. Okay? Now, if I can see this type of chart, usually this is a good sign for me dahil nag-bounce na siya. Okay? If I am a conservative trader, baka hindi muna. Kapag conservative ako, siguro I will wait na umabot siya ng 5 pesos or 5.80. Maabot niya to. Pero kung aggressive trader ako, I would trade this. No, kasi I have already seen, teka ha. Ayan, para mas malaki. Lakayan pa natin. Ayan. If I'm an aggressive trader, I already have placed the support line at 448 Okay? And then I have seen na noong Wednesday nag-bounce na siya dito. Nung Thursday, na-confirm yung bounce because it registered a higher high from the previous. So again, if I'm an aggressive trader, I will be trading this. Tingnan natin yung upside 20%. 20%. So this is good for Holcim. Finally, in the previous weeks na pag-uusapan si Holcim, I always say na muna tayo, awat muna kay Holcim, hanap muna ng iba. But then this chart tells me right now na mukhang may play si Holcim. I can confidently say na aangat siya dahil no one really knows kung ano mangyayari sa presyo ng isang stock. Pero historically, this is a very interesting stock na for me. Kay Holcim. Okay? And I think even itong 580 na to, this is very easy to break. Ayan. So, now, having said that, kung may holder strategy natin, kung may hawak kang Holcim, no, most likely medyo mataas yung average mo, Or kung naka-jackpot ka at nakabili ka sa baba sa 480, then congrats. Wait out na lang, no? But then again, guys, we can't ignore the fact that Holcim is still on a downtrend. Okay? Downtrend rin si Holcim. Nakakita lang tayo ng magandang bounce sa kanya dito sa part na to. But still, Holcim is still on a downtrend. So, ingat pa rin, ha? Huwag magpadalos-dalos. If you will be entering the price for, if you will be entering Holcim, make sure that you watch out for the 448 na support. It must hold. Otherwise, tuloy-tuloy lang yan. Okay? So, ayan. Kung halimbawang entry naman kayo or naghahanap kayo ng magandang entry point, well, nung Thursday dapat. Pero hindi pa naman huli lahat. Most likely, tingnan nga natin ang bid. Okay, very healthy pa. May magandang nakasalang na maraming buyers pa for Holcim. So, it's looking good. Okay? It's looking good. Yun lang yung masasabi ko kay Holcim as of now. Ayan. Next. MBT. Okay? Si MBT. Haha, okay. Sige. Kung meron tayong makukuha dito. Hindi nga pala kino-cover ng Okay, MBT. Sino ba kumukuha ng MBT? Sana si Call, no? Q1 pa lang nito. Wala. Okay, so MBT up. Up. Naguluhan ako nito kay 2Trade, Up first half provisioning. O mataas yung provisioning. Baka yun yung ibig niya sabihin. Isip ko tuloy, tumaas yung kanyang earnings eh. Mukhang hindi, mataas yung provisioning. Okay? MBT accelerated provision for potential risk. The bank's NPL as of June stood at 1.56, which is still healthy, 1.56. Coverage at 188%. Yep. Pre-provision rose to okay. And then minus 30%. Sa Q2 I think this is first half. Half is down by 30%. And then Q2 versus Q2 last year is down by 31%. Okay. Yeah. So mukhang down din sila. Now, same story, no? Same story with BDO kanina nung napansin natin. Okay. Going back to the chart now, as we can see, MBT is doing consolidation once again. Same with BDO and AGI. And okay. Ayun. So just like what George mentioned kanina, triple bottom. Asan yung triple bottom? Ito. This is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. Ayun, no? Nung ano pa pala to? Nung Tuesday, etong July 27, nung na-reach na naman niya yung bottom niya, no? And then afterwards, medyo umangat. So, ayan. If naghahanap kayo ng mga bottom feeders or swing trades, mukhang blue chips are very interesting. So you had BDO, AGI, and etong si MBT. Okay. Pagdating sa banking, sa totoo lang sa banking, ang mga nagugustuhan ko ay fundamentally were SECB, MBT at saka EW. Sila yung mga interesting sa akin pagdating sa financial sector dahil maganda kasi yung nila eh. Well, based lang sa mga nabasa ko na yung mga annual reports nila, very strong yung kanilang yung core nila. That's why pagdating sa pandemic, sila yung mga madalas kong hinihintay. Or sa mga major issues na pwedeng magpababa ng presyo, sila yung tinitingnan ko talaga. Ayan. Okay, now, strategy natin dito kay kay MBT would be the same, no? If I'm a holder, kung nasa taas ako nakabili, then watch out pa rin for 33 pesos because that is still considered as the support. Cut loss at 33.07. Okay? Now, kung halimbawa na naghahanap naman ako ng magandang entry point for MBT, then I would say I think for me it's pwede na. I can enter MBT dahil nag-bounce na siya from 33 pesos. Okay? Ang kailangan ko lang na hintayin, ang kailangan ko lang na i-monitor is again yung 33 pesos dahil pag yan nabasag ulit, or yan pag nabasag yan, then free fall ang mangyayari sa kanya. Okay? So, ayan. Mukhang maganda-ganda yung mga ngayon Pero doon sa tatlo na napag-usapan natin, na blue chip, BDO, AGI, saka MBT, si AGI pa rin yung yung mas magandang kasi ito nakapag-bounce na siya BDO nag-bounce na rin. Hindi pa pala. Hindi pa umaabot sa support si BDO. Pero si AGI kasi is nasa support line na siya. So yun yung ripe for monitoring na pwedeng lumipad ulit. Diba? So, ayan. That's my take on MBT. Okay. Next. GTCAP. Mukhang paborito ninyo ang mga blue chips ngayon. Okay. GTCAP. Meron na ba si GTCAP? GTCAP. Meron na ba? Wala. Okay. Wala pa si GTCAP. Although, wala pa nga talaga. Okay, so mukhang wala pang news kay GTCAP. Same pa rin siya. It follows kay Metrobank simply because yun yung pinakamalaki niyang holdings. Si Metrobank. So, having said that, GTCAP is a boring stock at the moment. I said that simply because nasa gitna siya ng range. So, malayo-layo pa ang pupuntahan nito ni GTCAP. I still expect GTCAP to siguro nasa 1 to 2 weeks before tayo makakita ng either lumapit siya sa support or ma-break niya ang resistance. So, either of the two. Okay? So, ayan. Either of the two ang pwede mangyari. But at this point, siguro hanap muna ng play na meron. Pero kung may hawak kayong GTCAP just wait out. Hintayin nyo na lang. Kung halimbawa meron kayong hawak at nasa taas kayo nakakuha, then most likely, kasi dapat ang cut loss na natin dito would be at around yung 435. No? Kung sa taas kayo nakuha. Pero kung nasa baba naman, kung nandito nasa less than 400 pesos, then stay put. Okay lang kayo dyan. Steady lang. And then, hintayin na lang. Okay? Ayan. Next. Meralco. Si Meralco, meron na ba si Meralco? Wala pa. Tingnan ko nga kung may na siya dito. Wala pa din. Okay. Okay, wala pa. Wala. Okay, ito. So, first half profit down by 43%. Wow, okay. So, profit down by 43% for despite the fact na it's on it's a defensive stock. Okay? Si or any of the power. Well, hindi power generator si ha. Is a power distributor mainly sa Luzon, okay, and Metro Manila. So, with that, profit down by 43%, okay. Well, I'm not expecting na magko-positive itong si anyways. So, okay lang. Although, medyo mabigat itong 43%, to be honest. Simply because kung halimbawa ikaw ay defensive stock and known ang utilities na defensive tapos ganito pa kalaki yung binaba mo, then for me it will be medyo concerning. It will be very concerning na for me. However, going back dito sa chart, no, as we can see, is doing really well. It's still on the consolidation phase, as we have mentioned nung nakaraan. Hindi siya umabot sa 250, pero umangat na agad siya noong Tuesday, 28. Okay? So, sorry, pero boring stock ito ngayon dahil nasa gitna. Pag nasa gitna yung isang stock, medyo, na ako dyan, diskumpiyado na ako dyan. Kung sakasakaling wala pa akong hawak at inaabangan ko pa lang siya. However, kung meron akong hawak na stock, then it would depend kung halimbawa dito ako nakabili sa medyo maganda sa baba, then okay lang, the stock is still doing well, wait out kung ano mangyayari sa kanya. Okay? Cut loss point should still be at 250, 251. Okay? Pero ito just a personal disclosure, I have Although hindi ko siya for trading kasi si I have as a long-term stock. So long-term stock, I bought noong kailan ba? 2014. Yan, 2014 and up to now hawak ko pa siya. Hindi ko alam kung magkano ang presyo ka sa kanya na nabili. Hindi ko alam kung down pa ba ako or up pa ba ako dahil sa totoo lang nasa AB Capital ko siya na account. And nakalimutan ko yung password ko sa AB Capital. So, kaya sinasabi ko naman wala naman akong planong i-trade siya anytime soon kahit na bumababa yung market sa ngayon. So, hinahayaan ko lang. Yan. Para lang may idea kayo sa mga holdings ko na meron ako mga long term and for trading ng mga stocks. Yan. Next. So, after kay si MAC naman. Macro Asia. Naglabas na ba si MAC? Oh, yeah. O nga pala yung dividend niya. No? Kailan yung dividend niya? August 8. Ano ba? Kailan? August 11. Next Monday. Okay. Sige. So, ayun expect si MAC na bababa ang presyo nito by 20% on about more or less 20% sa sa Tuesday next week. Hindi pa this week, next week pa. Because of the stock dividend. Okay? May mga bago bang news? Yung last na news na nalaman ko is yung dividend lang. Wala naman. Ayun lang. Marami pa lang US stock. Hindi, wait. Let me try to refine yung search ko. Ayan. Wala pa. Yeah, wala pa masyadong stock. Wala pa masyadong meron na. This was July 10. Matagal na rin pala, no? Yeah. Ito yung isa na pag-usapan natin nung mga nakaraang weeks where si MAC dahil sa nag-resume na yung yung sum of airline operations, resume na rin sila. Yun nga lang, I still expect a negative sentiment kay Mac simply because kahit nag-open ang airport operation, ano pa rin yan, not at 100% utilization. So, it affects yung pangalan nito, yung earnings niya. Okay? Now, having said that, Mac is just like MER and GTCAP, boring dahil nasa gitna siya ng range. Okay? Although, medyo pinapaangat si Mac these days, no? Kung meron akong hawak na Mac and mababa yung yung average ko, then just wait. Place a target price na 7 pesos and a cut loss of, wow, medyo malaki yung range ha, 334. Or siguro kung may ganda naman yung average niyo, then you can just simply opt for 4 pesos as a psychological support or cut loss point. Okay? Ayan. Now, having said that, let's check. Sabi ni John Paul De Benito, GTCAP. Yep, John, tapos natin yung GTCAP. ABS, AXLM. Yep, meron tayong AXLM sa list. Sabi ni Vicente, MER profit down by 43% is understandable because of the lockdown. No manufacturing firms are consuming power. Yep. About 60% ng revenues ni MER is coming from businesses. Okay? And since close sila, then yeah. And I agree. I agree kay Vicente. It's understandable. It's just that 43% is still big. It's still a big chunk. Okay? And yet, system line loss is constant. Drag down talaga ang mangyayari. Yep. Yeah. That is the general sentiment for majority of the stocks sa PSE. Okay? However, this is still a good news for us dahil nasa Q2, dahil tapos na ang Q2. That means we are now on the new normal. So we are still expecting a lot of negatives sa Q3. Pero I think we have already bottomed out ng Q2 eh. So that's why siguro for now it's very interesting. Kung nakaposisyon na kayo sa mga paborito ninyong stock, then maganda na yon. Kung hindi pa, then maghanap na kayo ng mga nag-bottom ng mga stocks. Okay? So once again, for that, ang pwedeng nominate, ang candidate natin for a good stock will be AGI, yung pinakita ko kanina. So far siya, no? Ayan. Although may nakikita tayong bounce kay HLCM, pero hindi ko siya ganun ka pinupush simply because fundamentally kung ko-compare ko si HLCM and AGI, I would still go with AGI. Okay? So, ayan. But it doesn't mean na hindi maganda si HLCM. It's not that. Technically, yung nakita natin kanina, meron ng bounce. May confirmation na ng bounce. So, it's a good one. Now, nasaan na tayo? So, Mac. Ayun, as I've mentioned, boring si Mac ngayon. So, antay-antay na lang na kung merong any development dito. Medyo malaki rin kasi yung range ni Mac, no? Oh, 100%. Wow. 100%. Kung hahatiin ko siya, let me try to look for this one. Oh, sakto 5 pesos pala siya, no? So, yeah, 5 pesos is, magkano na ang ni Mac today? 5.31. So, 5 pesos is a potential support kay Mac. And up na siya from, bumaba siya before pero naka-recover. So, that's a good sign. Okay? So, siguro kung holder kayo ng Mac, then ito, cut loss point will be 5 pesos. No? Kung halimbawa nag-aabang kayo ng kay Mac, I guess pwede pa naman kasi malaki ang ano niya eh. If let's say sa Monday kayo bibili, we're still looking at around 30%. So not bad, not bad. But then again, that is target price ha. Target price pa lang yan. Okay? And all, at the same time pala, yun, buti ko na naman makalimutan, yung dividend, yung stock dividend na 20%. Kung gusto nyo humabol, makakuha ng stock dividend, then you have to buy MAC and hold it until August 11. And then August 11, pwede nyo siya ibenta. Okay? Next, DMC. DMC is, my goodness, ano nangyari kay DMC nowadays? Okay. Wala pa siyang earnings report ng Q2. However, si DMC siguro of all the holdings, isa si DMC sa pinakamababa. Sobrang ang effect sa kanya ni SEC. Remember, SEC is about 30% ng revenue distribution kay DMC. Okay? And dahil sa mga nangyayari kay SEC ngayon, especially yung potentially pag-delist sa kanya, potential na pag-delist sa kanya, it really weighs a lot for DMC as a holding company. Okay? Now, going back dito sa charts natin, kung mapapansin natin, no, it's still doing a consolidation from 333 until 477. Ang potential na galawan nito is, I think nag-bounce na to. I think nag-bounce na siya. Hindi na niya inabot yung support na 333, no? So, ang tingin ko, ganyan na yung mangyayari sa kanya. Sino marunong dito mag-Elliott waves? Meron bang marunong mag-Elliott sa inyo? Na-cover ko lang siya before pero hindi ako talaga gumagamit ng Elliott waves eh. So, pero I saw kung yung general concept. Okay? So, ayun. As I've mentioned, ito nga no, si DMC, so mukhang pa-rebound na siya. Kung may hawak akong DMC, then siguro wait ko na lang and then still cut loss is at 333. Kung nag-aabang, then pwede ko na siyang pitasin paunti-unti. No? If let's say for example 20k ang budget ko kay DMC, then siguro mga around 35% I can buy na at 35%. So, siguro, kung 20,000 divided by 3, it is, magkano ba? 6, 7. O, mga 7,000. 7,000 pesos worth. No? So, ganon. Doon yung ano ko. Tapos, as it goes higher, then, mag-average up na lang ako. Ganon yung potential kong strategy sa kanya. Okay? And then, again, watch out for 333 dahil yun yung pinaka-support line niya. Next. MWIDE. With MWIDE, just like HLCM, as I've mentioned kanina, MWIDE versus HLCM, I would still go with MWIDE. Even without looking at the charts, fundamentally, mas maganda kasi ang marami pang hawak ni MWIDE na mga projects. Okay? And at the same time, ito yung problema lang with the construction industry, no? About half or even more than half of their upcoming projects ay na-push to 2021 or mas matagal pa. Let's say for example, kay MWIDE, isa sa kliyente niya is Ali. Okay? Nung nakaraan, naglabas na ng announcement si Ali na yung capex nila, they will be slashing it. Hindi ko lang maalala yung figures kung ilan. pero they have slashed their capex budget para i-move na lang siya sa 2021. Okay? And that affects MWIDE as well dahil hindi ko alam exactly how many percent or how many of those projects are under MWIDE, pero I would assume na more than half. Okay? So, ayun. And hindi lang naman si Ali ang hawak ni MWIDE. Meron pang ibang mga other property sector, no, na kliyente ni MWIDE. So, kung future ang pag-uusapan, then yung mga na-i-post na sana nila na earnings, we can expect na next year pa yon or sa labas pa. Sa 2021 pa nila ma-utilize yon. Okay? Now, going back. So, ito, no, pagdating sa charts, as we can see, nasa consolidation phase din si MWIDE. Although, nasa upper quadrant siya nung range ngayon. And etong si MA50 is looking, mukhang nabasag na pala si MA50. Ayan. Nabasag na siya nung Thursday and then nung Wednesday and then nung Thursday, it tries to tinry niya na mag-rebound. And masyadong maliit na yung I think it still did, no? Pasok pa rin naman siya dun sa linya. However, despite having that line, I think MWIDE is still I would say isa siya dun sa mga stock na nagpapakiramdaman pa ang mga traders on what to do with MWIDE. Okay? Ngayon, strategy, kung halimbawang may hawak akong MWIDE, then just wait nyo na lang kung anong mga potential development sa kanya. And then, you can set a target price at 7.97 or 8 pesos. Kung nag-aabang kayo kay MWIDE, then gano'n na kalaki yung niya rito. Tingnan natin 15%. Okay, at 15%, given the sentiment right now, general sentiment of the market, siguro I will just wait na mag-breakout. Breakout play na lang ang hahanapan ko dito kay MWIDE. I will not trade the range unless bumaba pa siya. Pag etong stock na to bumaba ng nasa around 5 pesos, then ayun, we can trade the range. Pero at this very level, breakout na lang yung tingin kong mas appropriate sa kanya na na stock na play, no? Okay, let's see sa comment section natin, system loss, sabi ni Vicente, line losses sa mga transformers, then distribution loss, mga cables. At this time, si meron kaya yung 43 is one-time drop sa profit. Okay, that makes sense. However, ito lang yung concern ko, no? Kasi nung nakaraan na basa natin yung nakalimutan ko yung pangalan nung or tingin ko na ilagay ko yata yun. Yung nag-transfer si AGI ba? At wala yung ko. Bakit nawala? Meron akong nabasang news before na tinransfer ng isang major company yung distribution nila from Meralco or from one of their subsidiary company to another. And yung project na yon is under or is involving Meralco. Nakalimutan ko yung talaga. Sorry, nakakalimutan ko na yung ibang part, no. Pero yeah, I get what you mean there, Vicente, kasi nga syempre wala nang sumalo, no. 43% makes sense. Thank you for that insight. Very helpful. Sabi ni Elmer, harmonics lang. Okay. Good for you. Harmonics is something na medyo alien sa akin. I don't know. Hindi ako big fan ng harmonics. Kasi parang nawi-weirdoan ako sa kanya. Sabi ni George, M-wide, nice triple bottom, but watch for major resistance at 8. Yep. Tama ba? Yep. Would say it won't be a triple bottom at this time. Kasi when the case, unless meron ka nakikitang iba pa ha. So 1, okay. So in case you are, baka ito yung ibig mo sabihin, no? So 1, 1, 2, 3. So pwede, yeah, triple bottom. I just thought na ito lang yung ano. Pero yeah, triple bottom is also a potential pattern para sa kanya. Okay? And then but watch out for major resistance 9 pesos. Yep, I agree. MWIDE is still sideways. Yep, consolidation phase pa rin siya. Sabi ni Roger, any take for August month? Okay. Very timely. August. Sige, I'll try to cover that later on. Rigel, oo nga, late ka. Push up. Just kidding. So, ayan. Okay, now. Medyo malayo-layo pa tayo. APVI. APVI, hindi ko pa nakikita yung pero wag na. Stay away with APVI. Nakakita tayo ng bounce sa kanya, healthy bounce dito, no? On this line. On this support line at 1256. Okay. Pero with APVI, APVI kasi is a low volume stock na more on, I consider this as a penny stock. Well, yung presyo niya is not a penny pero third liner, I would say. Yeah. And for Altos, I think it has already served its purpose, no? Yung purpose niya was yung na-introduce siya noong way back nung June 26 nung nag-IPO nung pumasok siya sa by way of introduction. But then after that, wala na. I don't see a good potential na dito kay APVI. Sobrang liit lang ng hawak na APVI. Isa lang, which is just a wing of Robinsons Mall. Not even Robinsons. Robinsons ba? Wala, nakalimutan ko na. Pero yeah, it's just a wing of a mall. Yun lang yung hawak ni APVI. So, and given yung situation natin ngayon, so sir, ma'am, kung sino man po yung nag-abang kay APVI, I suggest go look for another stock na mas may mas malaman and not APVI. Okay? Now, Globe. Okay, I know that Globe medyo alanganin yan dahil kay Duterte. So ayun, no. Ito tayo, no, yung talagang bumaba siya because of the tirades of President Duterte dun sa SONA. But then we can see na medyo nag-rebound na siya ulit. It just only means that news was parang hindi siya masyadong kinakagat as a major catalyst for Globe. Okay? Now, if we can look at dito sa chart niya, no, what I'd like seeing is Globe is being supported by MA 200. And this is important. Okay? So kung napansin natin, no, bumaba siya, yes, ng MA 200, but then the next day, umangat ulit siya, and then may confirmation from that top. Okay? Having said that, ayan, in-adjust ko lang yung ayan. Okay? Now, kung halimbawa, if I'm a holder, Kung may hawak akong APVI tuloy, kung may hawak akong globe, then siguro ano na lang, wait it out, no? Mukhang maganda pa rin naman yung yung galawan ni globe dito. It's still within the range, no? Kung nag-aabang naman kayo kay globe, then let me try to confirm. Ayun, okay. I think the next candle dito on Monday will be a red candle. That looks like this. I think, okay, yun yung tingin ko dyan. Red candle siya on Monday. And if it does, then I think yun na yung magandang entry point kung nag-aabang kayo ng entry point for globe. Okay? And then, once again, just be mindful kung ano niya, kung nasaan yung support for a potential cut loss. Ako nakikita ko siya at 2010. 2010. So, yun yung potential cut loss. Target is still nasa around 2,200. Okay? So, yan. That's my take on globe. Next, SMC. SMC is very boring nung mga nakaraang weeks. Let's try to check now. It is still boring. Nasa gitna siya ng range of 92 pesos up until ilan to? 110. 92 to 110. Nasa gitna pa rin siya. But then again, ang maganda kasi sa mga consolidation, what we like to see is mas mahabang consolidation. Mas mahabang consolidation, that means yung foundation niya for a potential reversal will be a lot better. Okay? So hayaan lang natin si SMC doing its range dito sa loob na to. And when it breaks out or breaks down, wag naman sanang breakdown, pero when it breaks up, then I think mas malakas yung laban nito pagdating sa highs, no? Kasi it's now at around 99 pesos. Very interesting. Yeah. Kung may hawak kayong SMC, then ayun, same guidance ang pwede nating i-apply sa kanya. Just wait out kung anong mga potential development dito. Kung nag-aabang kayo, is it still worth na pumasok right now given na it's on the consolidation? Not anymore. Or not yet. Masyado maliit yung upside ninyo. So, might not be a good idea. Just wait for a breakout. Yun yung nakikita kong potential play dito kay SMC. Kung nag-aabang kayo ha. Ayan. So, yun. That's my take on SMC. Next, ang mahiwagang bubuyog. Okay. Ayan. So, si JFC, meron na ba? Wala pa, di ba? Annual earnings. Pero kailan pa ito nilabas? July 1st. Wala na, nakalampas na yung news na to. Tingnan natin I think wala pa kasi lahat karamihan nag-aabang ng ng earnings report. Ito pa yung dati wherein nung nag-open up na yung dine-in operations, tinaasan lang yung limit. Pero still they are still heavily affected by COVID. So lahat ng mga nasa food restaurant industry. So si JFC, si Max's, si Shakey's, si Pizza pala. Ayan sila. Every one of them are affected ng same sentiment na ito. So this is still good pero not good at all pa sa ngayon. Especially for Jollibee na who's trying to recover doon sa negative mga negative earnings niya because of CBTL purchase at saka yung isa niya ulit? Smash Burger. Having said that, Jollibee is Also in a boring state dahil nasa range pa rin siya, no? Kung may hawak kayong JFC, then same thing applies. Just wait kung ano mangyayari sa kanya. Cut loss, I would say, is at around 120 pesos. Yun yung support. Target price is 150. Kung nag-aabang kayo ng JFC at this moment, tingin ko bukang breakout lang yata ang maganda rito. Yeah, 10%. I will just wait for the breakout. Ayan. So, yun. That's my take on JFC. And then, next is FB or San Miguel's Food and Beverage. Kung nasaan ang San Miguel at Pure Foods. Ito yung dating Pure Foods, di ba? Tayo niya. Ayan. Oh, okay. Quite interesting. Tanggalin ko na to dahil bang pagulo ang Fibo at this time. Okay. Okay. So, pagdating dito kay FB, mukhang pennant ang nakikita ko sa kanya. So, it started here. No? It started here. Tapos, saan na yun? Clone. Ito siya. Okay. Now, pennant again is a continuation pattern. Okay. When we say continuation pattern, it continues from its previous trend. Okay. Now, ang trend niya usually nasa stock yan sa isang pangalan nito sideways, no? Which is etong dalawa. Ito yung pinaka sideways niya. And then, sabi ko kanina, continuation from the previous trend. Ano yung previous trend? Ito. The uptrend. So, potentially, ang mangyayari sa kanya ay, hopefully, ayan. Again, that is when the consolidation or that is when the pattern is confirmed. At this time, hindi pa confirmed yung pattern na to. Okay? Kailan siya magiging confirmed? Kapag na-break na niya ito. So, ganyan. Okay? Now, how I usually trade pennants na ganito yung itsura. Minsan hindi ko na... This is a good sign, no? Yung breakout niya from its resistance. Pero, given na meron pa siyang mas malapit na resistance dito sa taas, and usually mas powerful ito, minsan I will just wait na umabot to. Maging ganyan siya. Mabreak niya to. For sure, mas mataas yung presyo nyo rito, yung average nyo rito. However, mas ano kasi siya paano ito? Pagdating sa conviction, mas malakas yung conviction nito versus this one. Okay? So, it's up to you if you wanted to trade this, no? And then just wait or abang na lang dito kung ano mangyayari. So, pwede yung ganon. Okay lang din. Pero kung ako as a conservative trader, I will just wait for this. 72 pesos or 73 pesos. Okay? So, yan. Yan yung take ko kay FB. Next. BC. Ito ba yung Benguet Corp? Benguet Corp. This is one of the mining stocks, no, na recently lumilipad. Now, here's the thing with the mining stocks. I think for me on that industry, yung news on na nag-resume na sila ng kanilang operation and it's beginning to contribute on their bottom line. I think that news is about to die out. Malapit na kung hindi pa siya nangyayari. But nung Thursday, no, it's still good malakas pa rin siya. So siguro in the next week or two, I think the mining industry, at least the mining stocks, will see some profit taking na. Okay? Now, having said that, tingnan natin kung saan yung pwedeng resistance dito. With Benguet Corp kasi, okay. Sorry, kung sino yung nagmo-monitor kay Benguet Corp, kung may hawak ka, my suggestion is, or kung ako ang tatanungin mo, magbebenta na ako. Especially kung medyo mababa yung nakuha kong average price. I'll take the profit na dahil potentially baka umano to. At least meron ka lang profit, di ba? Again, no one knows kung ano mangyayari sa presyo ng stock in the future, pero at least kung meron ka ng assurance na may kikitain ka na, then why not? There are still a lot of stocks na pwede mong pag-anuhan. And besides, Benguet Corp, although maganda ang itsura nung pangalan nito, nung chart niya at this time, mapapansin mo yung value turnover niya is wala pang millions. And trending down yung yung volume niya. Ano ba yan? So that tells me that this, at least on this particular stock, the traders are already trying to see kung pwede na silang mag-profit take. Same thing kung halimbawa meron ka ng hawak. Okay? So ayan. Is it good pa ba to buy? For me, no, not yet, or not anymore. I know some are very excited about the crossover dito, the golden cross. Pero kasi dahil sa mababa yung volume niya, it's not worth the wait for me. Okay? So, ayan. Next, ito, si Tech. Medyo nag-die down yung mga news kay Tech recently, no? Meron ba tayong makikita kay Tech dito? So, sabi ni si Bossing Spy, si Sir Spyfat, dito ko natutunan ang Fibo kay Spyfat. And isa siya sa mga, kumbaga, we would say haligi ng traders, ng mga trading groups. Dahil very simpleng trader pero fully packed pagdating sa experience. Ayan. Mukhang nag-diversify ng GSI SK Tech. I am surprised na may hawak silang tech ang GSIS. Anyways. Yeah, wala namang masyado. Wala masyadong news dito kay Tech. So that means pure price action siya ngayon. Now, pagdating dito sa okay. This is quite interesting. Nabasag this week yung kanyang support at 580. Okay? And now it's trying to reach again 580 kasi 'di ba nga, once mabasag mo yung support line magiging resistance line na siya. So this is what is happening with Tech. Nabasag noong Monday, nung Friday pala last week si Tech. And then nung Thursday, tinatry niyang basagin, i-break itong si 580. Okay? I think, let me just try to confirm that. Yes. So although meron tayong nakikitang magandang volume dito sa buy side, it's crucial for the stock to break the 580. Otherwise, pwedeng umabot yan ulit ng 365 or 350, I think 365 to 375 na support. Let me try and add that here para meron na akong reference. Ayan. Okay? So, ayun, kung may hawak kang tech, no, most likely, well, unless nakabili ka dito sa baba, then that's just fine. However, kung nandito ka sa taas, nakabili, I would say, sige, you can wait na lang ng ano, ng Monday. Pero for this one kasi usually talaga I would say cut it eh. Cut no na lang siya dahil alanganin na yung stock. Now, kung halimbawa nag-aabang ka as a potential investor or trader sa kanya, no, then yeah, Monday wait kung sasampa siya dito sa above 580. Otherwise, then abangan mo na siya at 370 or 375. Yun na yung next niyang potentially pupuntahan. Okay? So, yan. That's tech. Now, si Meg. Itong si Meg, nakita ko nabasag yung niya yung uptrend niya eh. Ayun na oh. Sige. Meron na ba? Wala pa rin eh. Wala pa. Oh, okay. Yeah, ito nabalitaan ko to yung Cavite project nila na Arden Gardens. Yeah. Ayun, tama. Arden Botanical Village. Yes. Medyo familiar ako sa kanya dahil, to be honest, nag-inquire ako ng kung magkano ang nila doon, ang presyuhan. And sabi sa akin nung nag-respond na parang last 2 lots na lang yata at that time. And this was 2 weeks ago. So, apparently it sold out, but then that person also told me na they are looking at opening another set. Ilang hectares din yon parang for expansion. Okay, so we'll know more about that. But yeah, this is a good news for Meg simply because kahit na nasa pandemic tayo ngayon, they are able to sold out a project. No? So, good job. Good job kay Meg. Now, going back, so ayan. Ayan ito yung sinasabi ko kanina na nabasag yung initial uptrend and at the same time nabasag din ang MA50. And this is not good. Okay? Now, tingin ko next mukhang baka umabot to dito. Baka bumaba pa siya ng 250 because of what's happening dito sa stock na to. Magkakatalo mukhang nag-aantay ang mga traders and institutions kung ilang percent ang ibababa ni Meg for Q2. Yun yung inantabayanan na news sa kanya. Okay? Kung may hawak akong Meg, ang gagawin ko sa kanya, magka-partial sell na ako. Kung may hawak ako and kung halimbawang medyo pa ako sa kanya, sorry. O nga pala nawala sa isip ko. Dahil nabasag na itong support na to, then I'll have to remove it and look for another pattern. And then dito ko napansin, wala na rin pala. Ayan. Okay. So, ascending, hindi pero ang nakikita ko rito kasi is asymmetrical triangle eh. Merong pagka-squeeze in, merong nagsusqueeze in dito na part. Nagsusqueeze in itong part na to. Ayan, tanggalin ko na to. Okay. So, ayan. Then that means parang na siya. Paano to? Yung free for all. Kung ano mangyayari, either it breaks up or it breaks down. Yun lang yun. Okay? So kung may hawak akong meg, I'll wait for this sign kung saan siya pupunta. Okay? Kung nag-aabang naman, same thing. Siyempre, papasok kung halimbawa nag-aabang, ang papasukan kong entry will be yung sa breakout. Diba? Pero pag nag-breakdown then that means wag na. Antay ka na lang sa 250. Okay? So, ayan. That's my take on MEG. Next is SMC. With SMC, ano pinag-usapan natin kanina? Facebook tuloy. Pure Foods or FB, Food and Beverage. Ayan. Now, kay SMC naman, wala rin, boring din si SMC dahil nag-consolidate lang siya. No? So, siguro sa mga ganito, wala antayan talaga to eh. Matibay kung sino yung makakapag-antay. Gano'ng kalaki yung range nito ni SMC? 20% lang. Less than 20%. So, nope. For this, I'll just wait ng yung breakout niya, no? At 110. Yun na lang. Breakout sa 110. Yun na lang yung yung hahanapin ko sa kanya. Again, cut loss mo is at around 92 pesos. Okay. Next, Shell. Si SHLPH isa rin to. Meron ba? Wala. Kumusta ang ngayon? Hopefully may makita tayo, no? Sabi ni MyTrade, Abacusec, Shell and Picor not expecting any significant improvement in earnings. So that means it still follows yung kanyang lower earnings nung Q1. So same thing. Okay? Yan. Next. Pagdating dito, same thing, boring dahil consolidation. Gano'n na siya katagal na nagko-consolidate? Tingnan nga natin. So from here, 91 days. 91 trading days na siyang nagko-consolidate. Maganda yung numbers na to pero siguro another 2 to 3 more months na ganito, solid na yung foundation niya and then biglang lilipad. Well, that's the hope, no? Kung halimbawa may hawak akong Shell, then I'll just wait kung ano mangyayari sa kanya. Watch out for 1643 as the support, cut loss point. Gano'ng kalaki kung halimbawa pipilitin natin yung range ng 20% or 17%? Nope. Medyo maliit pa yon. And I doubt na aabot siya anytime soon kay Shell. Okay. So, ayan. Let's see. Going back to the comment section. So, sabi ni Romel, any insight on or any comment on ICT? Wala pa yata tayong ICT. Sige, I'll try to add ICT dito, Romel, no? George, flag pattern. Sorry. Aling part ito, George? Ano yung napansin mo na flag pattern? Ano ba yung mga napag-usapan natin bago lang? SMC. Was it SMC? SMC ba? Medyo. Yun nga lang kasi medyo nag-lie down dito sa part na to eh. So I'm not entirely sure kung ito yung ibig mong sabihin, no? Ano ba? Wait for breakout kay Meg. Yep. I agree. Yun na yung pwedeng for Meg. Okay. Tingnan natin. Breaking natin. Oo nga, no? Ano ko na pero hindi ko man lang. Oo nga, yeah. Flag. Then that means it's a continuation pattern. Flag is a continuation pattern, and for any for any flag or pennant, then yun ay continuation. So, having said that, potentially, hopefully, once ma-develop ito, it could go something like this. Ayan. Okay. Ayan. Thanks, sabi ni Romel. Ayap, you're welcome. Hopefully, magawa natin siya. It's 9:38. Sabi ni Arvin, sorry, newbie lang po. Ano pong gamit ninyong tool? You mean this one? This is Investagrams. Investagrams lang siya. Nothing fancy. si Mary Mart. Wala pa si Mary Mart. Tingnan natin kung kaya natin siyang isingit later on. Pero sulat ko na rin siya just in case. Patiently waiting for AXLM and BHI. Sige, tatry natin sila. Now, what else? Saan na tayo kanina? Shell. And then next, dito. Okay. Nag-die down. Ito yung kasamahan ni no? Alam ko 2.68, 3.68. Ano ba? Ay, dito. 2.68. Okay. Ayun. So, dito is still going down. Although, it's a potential flag. Kailangan lang niyang mag-sustain. Now, noong nakaraan, nakita natin yung tirada ni President Duterte pagdating sa Smart End, sa Tel and Globe. Diba? And then, the next day, sumabat si, ano pangalan nun? Yung President ba or COO yata ng dito CME. Nakalimutan ko. Yeah. Which is na-weirdohan ako sa for me, it's a butt-in na not necessary. Pero, well, whatever you can do for your investors, di ba? Why not? And that's what he did. Anyways, going back here, napansin natin, no, it's still bearish. Okay? Ang maganda nilang abangan dito is kung ma-break itong resistance line na to, and at the same time, itong MA200, because since nakaabang na rito si MA50, potentially a golden cross. Yun nga lang, kailangan niyang mag-bounce or mag-breakout pala, hindi na bounce. Ayan. Kung may hawak akong dito, abang-abang, cut loss point ninyo is 235. Kung nag-aabang ako kay dito, then ayun, abang ka pa rin sa 235, or once na mag-bounce siya or mag-breakout siya from this resistance line. Okay? Pero this is quite interesting. Quite interesting in a sense na for a potential bounce play. Yun lang. Pero it's not that interesting dahil it's an uptrend, because it's not. Okay? So, ayan. Okay. So, that is dito. Yung sa increase of authorized capitalization, hindi ko pa na review kung ano na yung balita nila about doon. Kung paano nila i-introduce yung additional authorization nila. I know that there had been some development after the July 28 na meeting. Yun nga lang, hindi yata in-specify kung ano yung exact plan para doon sa additional capitalization. Kung paano nila ipopush yun sa market. Will it be a stock split or SRO? I don't know. Yun yung magandang abangan na lang kung kailan. But again, I'm not really monitoring kasi si Dito. Kaya I can't say for a fact right now. Pero kung halimbawa baka may idea kayo guys kung anong gagawin nila dun sa authorized capitalization, how it will enter the market, feel free to to comment. Baka mas alam niyo siya compared sa akin. So, ayan. While waiting for that, kung meron man, let's move on to the next, which is FGEN. FGEN is, I would say this is the star of the PSE at this time. FGEN. Okay. Ayan. Oh my goodness. Very, very interesting. Okay. Next. So, eto na siya, no? This is FGEN. Meron bang news kung bakit siya pinapalipad? Hindi ko lang alam. Teka ha. Tingnan natin. FGEN. FGEN. Meron ba? Wala rin naman. So talagang price action lang tong si FGEN. So, the parent company, CFPH, First Philippine Holdings, which is the parent company of FGEN, they have raised the capex, and 14 billion from that 29 billion will go to FGEN, and then 9 billion will go to Rockwell, and then 2.4 kay Philippine Industrial Park. Pero well, I think ito yung nabasa ko before na yung capex kasi ni FPH supposedly dapat i-release siya for Q1. Unfortunately, because of the pandemic, pinush nila on a later date. Mukhang ito yon. Mukhang ito na yon. Yung ano. And rightly so, because FGEN is its major revenue revenue machine kay FPH. So I would understand why it's putting more gasoline doon sa fire ni FGEN, no? Now going to the chart, ito. This is the one that's quite interesting, no? Dahil ayan. Ang ganda ng candle niya, no? 1, 2, 3. 3 days. This is your 3 white soldiers. And it came from a golden cross. So that means it is very bullish at this time. Ang maganda lang na mangyari dito kay FGEN, mabasag niya yung 26 pesos or 27 pesos na lang to be exact. Say it's 26.95. 5 cents na lang. Diba? Or 0.5 cents na lang, ano na siya. Resistance level na. So, ayun. With FGEN, kung holder ka ni FGEN, like me again, kasama siya ni Meralco na long-term port ko. Okay? I am actually looking forward kay ACEPH kung ano mangyayari sa kanya kasi it's quite interesting din for me. Kung napansin nyo, no, I have I have FGEN. Pagdating sa mga utilities, these are my long-term dividend portfolio. Okay? So, ayan. Which is nasa AB Capital ko na account na hindi ko alam kung magkano ko nga pala siya nabili. Dahil matagal na, kailan ba ako nahuli nag-login dun sa account ko na yun? 2 years ago? So, hinahayaan ko lang siya. Pinapatulog ko na lang. Retirement fund, ika nga. Diba? So, ayan. Now, kay FGEN, very exciting. Kung holder ka ni FGEN, may hawak ka, then Monday will be critical. Critical in a sense na dito natin malalaman kung mauuntog o mag-breakout. Okay? Untog or breakout. Now, para doon naman sa nag-aabang at no-brainer, ang kailangan nyo lang abangan is breakout play. Yun na siya. Okay? Now, let's check the volume nung closing. Oh, medyo mataas ang mataas ang bentahan dito. Yung volume ng sellers mataas. Okay? So, with this number, looking at this number, mukhang mag-o-open ito at a lower price point. Okay? So, it could potentially open at a lower, siguro mga 2660 to. 2660 or 2650 even. Okay? Pero again, ang kailangan i-watch out ay kung ano ang magiging closing price niya dahil doon naka-base kung either bibili ka or magbebenta ka. Okay? Now, so yun yung take ko on FGEN. Okay? So congrats again sa mga sa mga may hawak na FGEN dahil basically ang hinihintay nyo na lang is either magbebenta na ba ako magpa-profit take na ba ako or lilipad pa to, 'di ba? Yun yung magandang problema. Okay? Next. Si VITA. Meron bang news kay VITA? Oh my goodness. This is not good. This is not good. From CNN, Department of Agriculture found H5N6 bird flu strain in poultry farm in San Luis, Pampanga. Saan ba ang farms ng VITA? Hindi ko lang alam. Pero despite or regardless kung saan man sila, ang farm nila, kung meron man sila, sana wala. Pero kung meron man silang mga farms na affected, or kung wala man silang farms na affected, then the general sentiment of this news is not good. Okay? Dahil ibig sabihin nito if their farm, for example, kung may yung farm nila infected by H5N6 bird flu strain, then that means they have to unfortunately kill all those birds. For sure, meron naman silang mga insurance dito. However, that means it's another 45 days, 45 to 60 days to wait for them to grow. Diba? So, ayan. Okay. Now, on the technical side, okay. Nahulog na siya sa MA50 niya, which is not good at all. And now, it is trading, I would say, at 0.70 to 0.90, no? Na level. Gano'ng kalaki ito? Yeah, medyo maliit lang, 16%. Okay? Now, on this specific line, then I would say for VITA, kung halimbawa nag-aabang ako ng magandang entry point, I'll just wait for the 0.70. Or 0.70, siguro 0.75, yun. I think papasa to at 0.75. And then, syempre, last resort na itong 0.70. Kung halimbawang holder naman ako, then just wait. Okay lang. Kaya pa. Wag lang sana kayo nakabili dito, no, sa taas at 94 at 0.94. Then if that's the case, then you should have already followed the guideline na binigay ko last week when I said na etong MA50 na to must hold. And unfortunately, kung hindi siya nag-hold, then you have to cut it. Okay? So, pero kung hindi pa kayo nakapag-cut, for example, then siguro, sige, bigyan natin ng another chance, 0.75. Okay? Ayan. SCC. SCC is down by almost 30% for the month. Dahil ito dun sa potential na pag-delist sa kanya, no? Yun nga lang, wala pa ako nababalitaan, no, kung kailan siya madi-delist. If kung matutuloy nga yung kung valid yung computation nila. Oh, wala pang mga news about SCC, no? So, having said that, then let's go to the chart. And eto na nga. So, the chart of SCC is quite interesting. Medyo mataas lang yung kanyang range at 850 at 865 up until 1438. So, malaki yung range niya, no? Pero, kung hahatiin natin yan doon sa recent na support niya, then I would say eto, 1090. So it'll be very interesting for the 1090 to hold for or against that stock, no? Despite the fact na nakakita tayo ng magandang rally in the past couple of days for SCC, 1090 is still looking as a dominant resistance. So, ingat-ingat pa din for SEC holders, no? Kung may hawak akong SCC, siguro kung may hawak ka na rin naman, and kung dito ka sa taas, kung dito ka sa above 1090 nakabili ng SCC, medyo tricky na part yan, no? Pero sa general rule talaga kasi, eto pa lang, etong candle pa lang na to nung July 20, I should be cutting na at this point. Mahirap yung maabutan ka. Kontrapelo pa na the stock is going up, at least in the past 4 days, di ba? So I can understand the confusion, and that is where your strategy comes in, no? Na wag ka basta-basta magkapahuli. Okay? So siguro final judgment dito will be siguro if you have a stock nakabili ka dito sa above 1090, then yeah, you can just try and wait kung ano mangyayari on Monday, no? And then cut ka na lang dito, magiging ka na lang cut loss point mo at 945. Yun na lang. Wala na kasi nakaabot ka na dun sa baba. Okay? Kung halimbawa nag-aabang ka naman, then wala. Breakout play ka, 1090. Mag-close yan at around 11 pesos, very good. Kasi at 11 pesos, then that means 30% upside. Although, to be honest, sa ngayon, medyo malabo to dahil nga sa negative sentiment because of the potential delisting sa PSE index. Yan. So, that's my take on SCC. Next is APX. Guys, ano lang FYI, mukhang hindi natin matatapos lahat. Lahat ng stock. So, I plan to end siguro yung session natin ngayon at around mga 10 most likely. So, kung ilan na lang yung maabot natin. So, I'll try to make it quick. APX. Another mining stock. Very interesting. Ayun. Ito na nga. Okay. So, saan natin siya nakita dati? Ayan. Okay. So, pagdating kay Apex, it's still a good stock, at least for now. Gano'ng kaganda yung ano niya? Okay. So medyo maganda yung yung value, yung turnover value. Because of that, then I would say na this is still a good stock to watch. No? Nakakita na tayo ng mini profit taking sa kanya noong kailan ba to? Nung Wednesday? Thursday? Tama, Thursday. Wednesday yata. Okay? So, I think if nag-aabang ka pa lang kung saan ka papasok, then I think maganda na yung presyo ngayon ni APX. No? Simply because ang next niya ay you still have about 20% upside sa kanya. Okay? The ideal scenario would be it will go down pa but will not break 137. That's the ideal that's the ideal range na gagawin ni APX. If holder ka naman at nakabili ka rito sa baba, then you still have a good few days to watch for 137 and potentially gaining at 1.70 or targeting 1.70. Okay? So, yan. Yan yung pwedeng mangyari kay Apex. Si Apex ay gold, diba? If I'm not mistaken. Apex Mining. Yeah, gold. And gold is still doing well. Tama ba? AXU. Oh my goodness. Ano nga pala ang gold? Kalimutan ko na. Gold price. Saan na yun? Ito. Kay Kitco. 1976. Nice. Baka ma-break niya ang $2,000 level. XAU SSD pala siya. Yan, oh. Ang ganda nung ano niya dito, oh. Ang ganda ng consolidation niya dito, oh. Yay. So, again, congrats sa mga gold stocks. Mining, especially gold stocks. Okay? Even Lepanto. If I'm not mistaken, Lepanto is also with gold. Anyways, so yan, that's my take on Apex. So, congrats Apex holders. Next is ICT. May ICT na pala ako dito. Sige, so let's try ICT. As we can see here, nabasag na yung support line. And this now becomes your resistance. Okay? Even yung MA50 nabasag na din. So, it's not looking good for ICT at the moment. Siguro for, kung halimbawa nag-aabang kayo ng ICT, let's check tong, ano na to. Yeah, potentially 9260. Or, yeah, 9260 ang potential support niya. Ayan. Oo. Yeah, I think 9260. Kung holder ka ng ICT, then watch out for 9260. That will be your cut loss point. Pero kung nag-aabang ka, then that is still a good sign. Medyo ilang percent pa to bababa potentially, no? So watch out. Okay? Next, WLCON. WLCON, tinatalo siya ni Home recently pagdating sa earnings. Dahil 80% yata or 90% ng mga stores ng WLCON ay closed pa rin. If I'm not mistaken. Again, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. On the technical side, as we can see here, yun lang. Range is around 15 to 1670. Yun nga lang kasi nabasag na kasi nga pala to. So, ayan, in-adjust ko na siya. Which is mukhang valid naman yung adjustment. So, having said that, ayun, no. I think this is a successful bounce from 1470 or 1469, no? With WLCON. Now, for this one, this is a really good candle. I know it's a red candle, pero kung nag-aabang ako ng stock for WLCON, this is a really good number. This is a really good candle once again. Although it closed at 15 pesos, no? I would say na okay siya. This gives us, ay medyo maliit lang, 11% potential upside. Usually sa mga ganito, hindi naman maabot ng full resistance tong mga to yung range levels. So maybe not at this time. I would just wait for the breakout. Yun lang pwede natin gawin to kay WLCON. Ito, wow, Q2 down by 95% versus Q2 from last year So medyo mabigat 'yon. Pero at least I think nakapag-bottom out na siya. So hopefully maka-rebound itong si WLCON. Next. SSP, sige. With SSP, semiconductors, parang si IMEI lang. Okay. Pagdating kay SSP, I'm also seeing a pennant sa kanya. Ito. So pennant. Again, continuation is an uptrend. So watch out pagdating dito kay SSP. Kasi it's quite looking it's good. It's looking good yung nakikita ko sa kanya, no? Kung holder ako ni SSP, then I'll just wait kung anong potentially na gagawin niya. The target price for SSP at this time is etong part na to. 1.53, no? Kung halimbawa nag-aabang ka naman kay SSP, then siguro you can make abang. Wow. Make abang at 2 points. The first one is itong resistance, or the stronger one is a breakout from 1.53. Okay? Next, MPI. Oh, wow, medyo malalim tong kay MPI ah. Although, okay. Medyo malalim nga itong kay MPI, no? However, I think it's forming an ascending triangle, and an ascending triangle is a reversal pattern. Ano ang ni-reverse niya? Etong trend na to. The trend before was going down. So for a reversal, then that means the trend will go up. Yun nga lang, oo kasi if you can see here, ito nag-bounce na siya from the support. And we are seeing the pullback from that rally. So this is a good candle. Hopefully, ang next na candle niyan will be a green one on Monday. Hopefully, and then yan. Tingin ko mga may dalawa pa yan eh. Ganyan yan. If I'm not mistaken. Sa mga ganitong klaseng galawan ng stock, especially for a blue chip, yan, potentially mga ganyan pa yan before it will break out. Okay? So kung may hawak kang MPI, then siguro most likely nakabili ka sa taas, no? Wala na eh, nag-bounce na siya eh. So siguro you can just wait it out. And then adjust your cut loss point at around 3 pesos. That's the cut loss point. And then kung nag-aabang ka naman, then etong red sana na to. Siguro you can wait, tingnan mo kung anong itsura ng candle on Monday, no? Kapag nag-green na yan, baka magtuloy-tuloy na kasi yung pag-angat niya pag nag-green. So yun yung caveat doon. Next, BHI. So BHI, Boulevard Holdings Inc. Maganda yung BHI sa nakikita ko. Yun nga lang kasi this holding company kasi is more on real estate pa rin eh. And with real estate, hindi ganun kaganda ang sentiment sa kanya at this time. Especially that si BHI isa sa major niya ay yung sa Boracay. Yung major property niya is yung sa Boracay, and as we know, Boracay is closed dahil wala namang turista at this time, or wala masyadong turista at this time because of COVID and because of the weather condition. Now having said that, let's check, no? Malapit na siya sa resistance kasi. Ayun, no? For me, untog ito. Makita niyo tong week na to ni BHI nung Thursday. Feeling ko untog ito. But then again, we'll see again on Monday kung ano ang confirmation candle na mangyayari sa kanya. If the confirmation candle is lower than if red candle siya, especially if it's a red candle, then I think nauntog na yun and potentially bababa na siya. So, yun lang magiging pinaka-guidance natin dyan. Next, AXLM. So, si AXLM. Oh. This is quite interesting. Sige. AXLM, yung previous support niya at 189 or 190, nag-hold. So that's a good news. nag-hold ang 119 na support kay AXLM. And as we can see here, meron ng confirmation 2 beses. Okay? So this is good news for AXLM. Potentially magdire-diretso na siya pataas. Okay? Now, kung may hawak kang AXLM at nakakuha ka, let's say for example, nakakuha ka ng bottom dito, nakapag-bottom fish ka, then congratulations dahil in 1 to 2 days, I think you are ripe for target price. Well, baka hindi ito. Okay? Pero at least I think into the next 2 to 3 days will be crucial kung ano magiging candle neto ni AXLM. Now, kung halimbawang nag-aabang ka naman kay AXLM, then ang ideal candle for you is a pullback. Ibig ko sabihin is a red candle that looks like this. Okay? That's a pullback para lang makapag-take profit yung mga nakabili dito sa taas. 'Di ba? And then yung mga nakabili dito sa baba, take profit and then potentially angat ulit siya. Okay? So that's my take on AXLM. Dito napag-usapan natin si dito. CHP, I think we already did CHP sa taas, hindi pa ba? Baka yung ano yun, yung HLCM. Kasi they are on the same industry. Ayun. Ouch. Okay. Simple. CHP, get out. Get out. Get out na. Wala nang tanong-tanong dito. Labas na. Nabasag na yung support eh. So, this could be a free fall. Gaano kababa? I don't know. And I don't care. Labas na kayo CHP. Asan na ba tayo? Okay, it's 10:10. Ganito na lang. Since 10:10 na, sorry guys mag-aano na ako. Siguro I'll just choose dalawa. And the last two na lang na gagawin natin will be ACEPH at saka MM. Okay? Unahin ko muna si MM. So, MM is doing I would say a Cinderella story. After ito nga nakita natin nag-bottom out na siya dito sa magkano to? 2 pesos 10 cents and now it's at 268. Okay? So this is good. At least nakapag-rebound na siya. Mataas din almost 25%. Disclaimer, I still have my partial MM. May holdings pa ako. Pero kasi I don't really follow na MM kahit may hawak ako dahil masyadong mababa yung average ko eh. I bought it at IPO price o 1 peso. So hindi ako masyadong kabado kay MM. Pero dun sa mga bago pa lang, no? Kung halimbawa nag-aabang kayo ng magandang entry point for Merrimart, siguro I would be waiting for 3 pesos. Yeah, 3 pesos. Yun yung magiging pinaka wait. Saan ko ba nilagay ito? Yan, naglagay kasi ako ng ng Fibo. Medyo nalito tuloy ako. And yeah, 3 pesos. Wait for breakout na lang. Yun na lang yung magiging natin. Consensus. No? Next is ACEPH. ACEPH is very interesting dahil mag-increase sila ng capital authorization. Parang yung gagawin kay dito. So magdadagdag sila dahil kailangan nila ng additional funds and wala namang problema sa pera ang Ayala. So they can increase the capital ng isang subsidiary nila anytime they want. Ayan wow. Okay. So nabasag May nagtanong kanina, alam ko if I'm mistaken may nagtanong about kung ano ang nangyari kay ACEPH. To be honest, I don't know. So let's check. Sabi ko nga sa inyo, isa ito sa inaantabayan ako. I don't own ACEPH yet. Pinag-aaralan ko pa siya. Kung isasama ko siya doon sa aking long-term port or paglalaroan ko lang. Um, sabi ni Faceless Trader, wala. This is, eto, stake 20% on market per. Oh, okay. So parang yung nangyari kay FGEN, no? No. So basically si Infigen is one of the minority shareholders kay ACEPH. Okay? So nagdagdag sila ng stake kay ACEPH. Okay. Mm-mm. So yun yung nangyari. But this one, it was on July 13, no? Ito, injection ng $100 million extra funds in ACEPH. And approved na siya because they need the money for new technology investments para sa 2.2 billion na subsidiaries, Bataan Solar Energy and Giga Ace 4 Inc. Giga Ace 4 Inc., I think ito yung sa India, if I'm not mistaken. Okay? So again, ang pinaka-catalyst natin dito is yung injection ng additional fund kay ACEPH, no? And this gives ACEPH a really, really long bullish candle, which is really good, no? Okay. So congratulations dun sa mga dun sa mga nakahawak kay ACEPH. Kung halimbawang wala pa katulad ko na watching, tingnan natin kung anong makikita natin dito. Medyo malaki yung volume ng sellers. Kaya kaso nga lang 5 order lang 'yon. Okay? So 5 order lang. Hindi yan ganun ka strong. My ideal candle for ACEPH is ganito. Na red. Ibig sabihin, mag-close siya below that. That's my ideal candle. If ganito yung ideal, if ganito yung mangyari kay ACEPH on Monday, most likely I'll buy ACEPH on Monday. Most likely. I'm not saying na I will, pero yeah, most likely I will. Ayan. And then I will be setting my cut loss point at 245. Yeah. 245. 245 ang cut loss point ko. And then target is eto, 301. So, kung 301, that means, wait lang add ko lang to sa aking notes. This was 7:30. Ayan. Para lang alam ko kung ano nangyayari. Ayan. Okay. So, kung napansin niyo no, na ilang beses natin natakil itong si ACEPH from our previous weeks. And ito nga, isa to sa projection na nakikita natin na sabi natin, the stock is on the consolidation. And then, the ideal scenario there is ma-breakout. If it breaks, then lilipad yung stock. And I think that is what is happening. Parang yung nangyari kay FGEN. Pero ingat lang kasi it's not exactly the same as FGEN. Kasi yung nangyari kay FGEN before, this is an entirely new investor. Okay? Dito kay ACEPH, existing investor nila ito. Si Infigen. Existing. So, yun yung difference. Okay? But nevertheless, maganda yung ginagawa ng stock. Ngayon. Okay? So, ayan. Very exciting ito kay ACEPH. And dahil dyan, nasa na yun? I-add ko to sa aking watch list for Monday. Ayan. Okay. So, yan. Yan tuloy. Yan. Looking at the chart sa comment section, let's see. ano to? George, sir, medyo FGEN, major resistance, history, kay FGEN? FGEN, major resistance history, DNA. Sorry, hindi ko masyadong na-gets. Baka red candle on Monday. Well, sana. I would say, siguro, well, since may hawak akong FGEN, syempre, ang gusto ko mangyari is ma-breakout, di ba? Pero yeah, I totally get it. Potentially, kasi nasa, ano na siya, nasa resistance. Sabi ni Alvin, pinag-fine sila due to oil spill. Yeah, that's true, pero kayang bayaran ng ACEPH, yan, walang problema. Ito yung sa Iloilo, di ba? Sabi ni Vicente, no, ACEPH is buying FGEN. Wait, let me double check. So, ACEPH injects, asan yung ano, okay, eto. ACEPH ups FGEN stake to 20%. ACEPH ups FGEN stake to 20% eh. So, ang pagkakaintindi ko dito is ina-up ni FGEN yung stake niya to 20% kay ACEPH. UAC's takeover offer for FGEN. And information to raise its block via on-market purchase up to medyo naguluhan ako dito Pero sige. Vicente, I get your point. I'll try to check this one further. Kasi ang pagkakaintindi ko talaga dito, since I have no clue until today na of what's happening. In fact, hindi ko nakita tong si ACEPH yung nakaraan nung Friday. Dahil, as I mentioned, medyo busy. Hindi ako nakapanood ng stock. So, hindi ako nakapag-monitor totally. No? Pero yeah, this is quite interesting. Ang pagkakaintindi ko talaga dito is ACEPH, FGEN is taking additional 20% stake kay ACEPH. Yun yung pagkakaintindi ko. So, I could be wrong. Pero sige, I'll try to research more about that. Thank you for that, Vicente. Yan, I appreciate yun. Guys, kung halimbawang tingin nyo taliwas doon sa mga news na naririnig nyo and what I say, please tell me and post it sa comment box. That is very important kasi as I mentioned kanina, I don't hold all the information in the world. And a lot of times, I am learning from all of you as well. Okay? So, Vicente, thank you so much. I really appreciate yung mga ganyang inputs. Okay, so having said that, once again guys, maraming salamat sa inyong pagsubaybay sa ating webinar for today. Ang gagawin ko is I will be posting again ang copy ng ating webinar today sa YouTube channel. Okay? And then from then on, you can review. Lalagyan ko pa rin siya ng ano pangalan nito? Wala na naman ako. Lalagyan ko siya ng timestamp para mas madali for you to follow. Okay? Kung hindi pa kayo nakapag-follow sa social media accounts, I'll post it here. Ayan. So, ito yung ating mga YouTube channels. Ayan. So, please do subscribe para at least masaya. Ayan. So, once again, everyone, maraming salamat for tuning in. I hope meron kayo natutunan kahit paano. And see you on the next run natin next week. And we will do it siguro 8 p.m. once again. 8 p.m. tayo next week. Okay? So, thank you guys. Have a great day and good luck on your trading. Bye-bye.